You know, the title's not like a joke. The Pinkertons, and this is news to me, are still real. You know them as the bad guys in Red Dead, but they are like a real firm. So basically, in a nutshell, there's a YouTuber, I believe his name is Old School MTG. I'll pull up his channel in just a moment. He ordered a set of boxes for Magic the Gathering called Wrath of the Machine, or March of the Machine. And what ended up happening is he got an unreleased set of boxes called March of the Machine Aftermath. And he publicized that he had it, and this was a big leak for Wizards of the Coast. And they responded as if he had just stolen the Krabby Patty secret formula. They threw the wood at him. They contacted and hired the Pinkerton firm to go to this man's house and reclaim the merchandise, claiming that it was stolen goods. So, on his channel, I'll pull it up now. I believe it's Old School MTG. Yeah, Old School MTG. So on his channel in this video, he discusses exactly what happened. So the Pinkertons show up and he's describing them as heavy hitters and scary and made his wife cry. They were apparently talking about like jail time for stolen goods, and then they confiscated the March of the Machine Aftermath boxes. Old School MTG explains that it was just a simple misunderstanding. He didn't know the products were stolen. He doesn't even think the products were stolen. He thinks what happened is somewhere along the way, the guy that he was buying them from is not a Magic guy. He says he's more of a Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh guy. Didn't realize there was a difference between March of the Machine and March of the Machine Aftermath. So when he made the purchase order for March of the Machine, he accidentally sent him Aftermath. So like a very big, honest mistake from the way it sounds. It's not like Old School MTG went in there like it was fucking Ocean's 11 and had some kind of grand heist to steal March of Madness Aftermath boxes. It was actually just a fuck up. But Wizards of the Coast took it very seriously and hired the Pinkertons, which is beyond scary. Like the Pinkertons. They actually had a lawsuit because of the reputation that they have. They had a lawsuit with Red Dead Redemption. I don't know if you guys remember this. Because they were tired of their reputation of being the bad guys. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Well, here, this is a follow-up to it, but basically they didn't like that they were still being portrayed as bad guys, so they engaged in a legal battle over their portrayal. But they are still around, which was news to me. I had no clue until today, because I saw Mudahar make a tweet about this situation, and I just couldn't believe it. And it's also not the first time something like this has happened. It's the first time for Magic, I think. But you guys remember, I think it was Gearbox. It might have been Gearbox. I think it was Borderlands 3. Some YouTuber made content about Borderlands 3 or had access to info on Borderlands 3 before it was out. And Gearbox, or whoever owns the studio, I don't remember, sent out, I think it was also a private security firm to intimidate and scare him into like taking down the videos. You remember that? It was Take-Two? Okay, it was Take-Two. Or 2K. 2K. I'm pretty sure it was Borderlands. Let me double check, though. Yeah, it was 2019. Take-Two Interactive harassed YouTuber over Borderlands 3 info. Or 2K. 2K hired goons to a YouTuber over Borderlands 3 info. Which is, by extension, Take-Two. Because Take-Two owns 2K, it seems. Which I didn't remember. Auxiliary Sub Pandemonium, Revan, Swifty, Explo in the Prime, Chidori, Can in the resub, Timestamp, Weapon, Steed, Rin, Diello, and Mitchell. Trading Card Mafia. Yeah, this was such an overreaction from Wizards of the Coast. I don't know what's been going on over there, man. They have been like cracking down on everything with an iron fist, much to the reputational damage of the whole company. It's crazy. All the D&D shit, it just doesn't stop. But what's also wilder, by the way, is the thing he had access to, March of the Machine in the Aftermath, which, you know, he opened on cam, big no-no, big leak. It's not even like it's that deep in the future. It's like 3 weeks away. So we got it 3 weeks early. It's not that big of a fucking deal. By the way, it's only 50 cards. Oh, for the Aftermath set? Gotcha. But yeah, they confiscated all the boxes and everything, intimidated him, scared him. But he's like super, super generous to them in this video. I don't know if it's out of fear or what, but what they did to him is beyond wrong. Like, this man got done dirty. And in the video, he talks about Wizards, like, very positively. I don't know if they had, like, a gun to his head or what, but he was, like, really charitable. He was like, yeah, after the Pinkertons raided my fucking house, they gave me a contact at Wizards, so I called them, and they were super nice and super apologetic, even offered a potential reimbursement with some product. I was like, when I was listening to that, I was like, man, this guy's got a heart of gold, because what they're doing is they're panicking, because what they did is, quite frankly, beyond disgusting. I don't even know if it's fully legal. To hire a private security firm to go reclaim material that you don't even know for sure is stolen? Like, what do you mean? Because this guy didn't fucking steal it. He's the resub Honk, DJ, and the gift sub Endless, and the resub Hannibal, and the bits Cedar and Kachow. They apologized to him? Not publicly. Only over the phone. Like, the personal contact, he said, was very sweet. And I imagine that they were really trying to sugarcoat him so that way they could maybe avoid a lawsuit if he decides to, like, actually look into this situation. Because, again, I don't even think what they did is legal by sicking the fucking Pinkertons on him to confiscate his shit. Why not just ignore the Pinkertons? Brother, you have not played Red Dead. Now, he didn't have to give over his goods, I don't think, because, again, I'm not, I never passed the bar, but it doesn't seem like that's actually something that they could get away with legally. But you're not going to just, like, ignore the Pinkertons. He described them as, like, heavy hitters, like, scary. God, it really does sound like a mission out of Red Dead, though. I come out and the wife's answering the door and it's the Pinkertons. Fuck, man. Thanks to the resub Supersonic in Sushi. But yeah, I saw a lot of people on Twitter, for some reason it's always Twitter that has like the dumbest takes, like, I don't think they sent the Pinkertons, that wouldn't make any sense. But then Wizards themselves did confirm that the Pinkertons were part of the investigation. And then of course they just go silent after they're confronted with like the reality that they were wrong. It's like, why should we believe this YouTuber? He's probably lying. Did he record the Pinkertons? But to be fair, it does sound like unbelievable that a trading card company, well, I mean, there are a lot more than that, but over trading card disputes, they'd hire the goddamn Pinkertons. But yeah, here's his explanation. Somebody screwed up, sent out the wrong cases to the gentleman that I bought the boxes off of because when he sold me the stuff, he said he was selling March of the Machine collector's boxes, not Aftermath. He didn't even really know what Aftermath really was, I don't think. So like I mentioned, he believes that it was just something along the distribution chain because the names are so similar that someone got confused and sent out the wrong thing. Are Pinkertons a crime family or an organization? Yeah, the line's kind of blurred if you look at the Pinkertons historically, but they are a detective agency. But they've been around for 170 years. And they've got a wild history. Thanks to the resub Mina, Imclu, Lacking, Nate, Duck, and the Bits Velocity. During their height, they had more armed men than the U.S. Army. Really? That's interesting. I didn't know that. It's not a very intimidating name. I disagree, man. That name actually sounds straight out of the Wild West era of just lawless, wild shit. I don't know, you hear that name and you're like, oh wow, those are some loose cannons that don't play by the rules. That was a Red Dead reference, but it could also just be straight up real at this point, brother. Like, that's the thing. Thanks to the resub, Cobb. I mean, you have to wonder. Like, I guarantee you, Old School MTG is not the only one that got these Aftermath boxes. This was clearly something with, like, the distribution chain getting confused. So there's no way that only his guy has the Aftermath boxes. I totally would have believed that somebody else had it too. Like, maybe there was like an O'Driscoll in the MTG community I didn't know about. I don't know. It just sounds like it could be real. Has Wizards of the Coast publicly commented yet? only the confirmation that they used the Pinkertons in their investigation. I don't believe they've had another statement. I'll double check real quick.